In this video, we're going to talk about the MemberPress subscription support add-on, which is something that you can purchase in along with MemberPress that adds the ability to basically cancel any subscriptions or recurring payments made in Gravity Forms and cancel the membership in MemberPress of the users who or the customers who have either been manually canceled by you or whose payments fail. So I just want to give an overview of the theory because it's an important theory, which is that MemberPress subscription and recurring payments relies, and any kind of aspect of MemberPress, it relies fully on Gravity Forms for payments, for registration. Everything happens in the Gravity Forms side of things. So if you're not aware, Gravity Forms has subscription support. And let's just kind of start there. A lot of people don't realize that, so they try to figure out, well, how is MemberPress, if I set up a subscription, a membership in MemberPress, and I set a, let's go into the bronze here, and I make this an expiration of 1 month, and I want it to recur monthly. So if I set it to recurring here, how is MemberPress subscriptions going to help me? How is this going to work? Well, the truth is it's not going to happen on this side. That's the first thing to know. This will need to be set up as a one-time payment, and my recommendation is to make it lifetime. Even if you want to charge monthly, even if you want to charge quarterly and have it possibly cancel if that person doesn't pay, on the MemberPress side of things, you want to set up all your levels as lifetime and one time. And that's because the membership management is happening on the forms and the Gravity Forms side of things. So let's just show what it would look like if I were to use a PayPal recurring payment. So I have the PayPal add-on installed for Gravity Forms. I've created a feed here and I've made it a subscription. Now you can go in again and you can either create a product or service or a subscription. So in this case I've created a subscription. It recurs, let's make it recurring once every month. And I'll say infinite times. There's other options, but that's, you have the general point here. And then how does it work with like an entry? So if we go into a past entry, let's see if I can just find one for us. I'll choose a bronze level. And I think if I go in here, I have some examples of past. So you can see here that maybe a subscription was created here on the 29th of October, and then a week or so later that subscription failed. It didn't go through the second time. So I just want to point this out, is that this is the idea, is that a subscription gets created in PayPal, for instance, or Stripe in Gravity Forms, and that subscription, once that gets created, it creates a membership transaction in MemberPress for that customer, and they get to keep that level unlimited. They don't get removed from it. That's why we make sure that this membership level is one time and lifetime. That way they're never removed on the MemberPress side of things. And so long as they keep paying their dues, and so long as you don't cancel their subscription in Stripe or in PayPal, via this interface or directly, and you can go into the Stripe dashboard or the PayPal dashboard and do that. So long as this subscription is active, basically, then they retain their membership in MemberPress. They keep getting access to the level they were initially given. But what the MemberPress subscription support plugin does is basically remove them from the level if this happens. If a subscription payment has failed, it immediately goes in and cancels, actually voids this transaction for them. And that the next time they log into their MemberPress account or into your website, basically, MemberPress sees them as no longer having that transaction active, and it will not allow them into the content that they used to have access to. So that is automatic when a subscription payment fails, as long as you have the settings appropriately for that. And then, so if this basically right now, this is now active, I reactivated it, so we see everything's good again. They now have a membership going, stuff like that. But if I were to want to cancel their membership again, I could go into PayPal and do that. And in some cases, there's a way, I believe, with Stripe payments to cancel it in the dashboard directly. So if this were a Stripe subscription, there would be a button here that I could actually end their subscription directly through this administrative interface. So hopefully that makes sense. Gravity Forms is the manager of subscriptions. That's why information is not sent over to the MemberPress subscription area, because it's not handled. The subscription is not actually handled in MemberPress. And again, this is a pretty core issue that people kind of want the best of both worlds. But unfortunately, if you're managing very sensitive payment subscription information in Gravity Forms and using that system to take payments, take registration, and all that stuff, then it's not the reason that we're not bringing that into MemberPress is that's because you've chosen to use Gravity Forms. So a lot of people wonder about that. If you're using Gravity Forms for registration and for payments, that's where those things will be managed. Hopefully that makes sense. Let us know if you have any questions on how all this works. And again, just enabling this plugin will automatically start to remove people from their memberships so long as you have them set to one time and lifetime. As long as their payment fails or you actually manually cancel their subscription. Cool. Thanks a lot.